Hi, welcome back to Linux. Now we're going to install Fedora 22. The most recent version is 23, and if you want a good desktop experience, you may want to go with the Cinnamon desktop. So the Cinnamon desktop of Fedora 23, the most recent out, we're going to be choosing just the old Fedora 22 regular desktop here. So I'm going to choose Start. I've selected Fedora, and I'm choosing Start. When I click Start, the machine will come up and it'll say, oh no, select the startup disk because I didn't select the right startup disk. There we go. Fedora Live Workstation x86-64, and I'll choose Start. VirtualBox is walking through right now. It's asking us, do we want to start Fedora Live? We can wait 6 seconds, or we can go ahead and click Enter. We can press Enter. I was talking, so I guess we'll wait 6 seconds. Now, I still have not clicked inside my machine. Once it gets started here, and we click inside the machine, then we will not be able to move our mouse outside of the machine. So I'm going to click. I just clicked my mouse, and it did not capture it. Oh, well, apparently it's not working. So if it clicks inside the machine, it'll capture your mouse. To release your mouse, you press the right control key, like that. Those are the default settings in VirtualBox. You can look down in the lower right-hand corner here to see which is your host key. If it says the right control key, that means the rightmost control key on your keyboard. If it's something else, if you're running VMware, it's the left Control-Alt key combination. So in VMware, you would press Control-Alt. We're using VirtualBox, you'll press right control. Okay, Fedora is just about started up here. Okay, if you look at the bottom of the screen while Fedora is starting, you'll see a CD-ROM image, the little icon down there, and it's got a little green light next to it. That little green light means that it has activity. So you'll see that green light flash, and you'll see it blink on and off. If you can write, like for over in your hard drive here, you'll see that go red. I believe it's red for write, and it's green for read. So you'll see that thing flash green and red. It might just be one color or the other. Not positive about the read and write, but the lights will flicker. Okay, we have try Fedora or install to hard drive. We're going to choose install to hard drive. We're installing this virtual machine. So choose install to hard drive. We can see the hard drive blinked for a second down at the bottom of the screen, and now the CD-ROM is blinking quite a bit. It's actually DVD. We also have some activity on the USB and some activity on the network. At the top panel, we can see it thinks it's now midnight, 54 minutes, and it wants to install the hard drive. For the language, I'm going to go ahead and select English. I'm in the Middle East right now, so it detected that and it automatically selected Arabic for me. So I'm going to choose English, and I'll choose US English. All right. It says localization, getting a list of keyboards. English US is what came up on the screen. You may have something different depending on your laptop or your computer. Mine is an English keyboard, so that came up correctly. Installation destination, it says automatic partitioning selected. And we have time and date. It says we're in the Dubai time zone. And network and host name, wired, and there we are connected. So it says, please complete items marked with this icon before continuing to the next step. You see a little exclamation point, and we see that the automatic partition selected right there is selected, so has that icon. We click that. There's the drive. That's the drive we want to use, and that's pretty much all we need to do. It's pretty much point and click for the installation now. It's graphical, and we just need to wait for it. Okay, the next screen came up. It said installation destination. I've got done on there. That is where I want it to go. it said failed to save storage. So I'll click on that again and we'll wait. Okay, I didn't think I selected the disk. Going back over again and selecting that disk. Automatic configure. This is right down here. It says automatically configure partitioning. Got that there. Nothing else on the screen. I've got to help. And I'm going to click done again. We'll see if this works. It's going through saving storage configuration again. We'll wait. Okay, it looks like Fedora liked it that time, so we are going to begin installation. Sounds like I just got an email. User settings, root password. It says root password is not set. And then user creation, no user will be created. We're going to go ahead and set the root password. The password we're going to try to use for everything that we're doing on here is password. So we're actually just setting a password of password. And that's where it's done. I don't even see that. There we go. So we're going to say yes, we do want to choose password as our password. The user creation, the full name is capital student. So we'll say student. The username is lowercase student. Make this user administrator. We're going to require a password to use this account, and we'll select advanced. However, it does take a little time on my computer. It's a little sluggish, so we'll have to wait a little bit. And under advanced, you'll see the home directory, home student, user IDs, group membership, and that kind of thing. So those are the little settings it gives us. We're going to choose cancel. And the password is going to be password. So we're creating student with student, require a password to use this account, and password is password. We can uncheck the require a password to use this account. It'll automatically log in the account. And that's fine for a single account usage, but when we create additional accounts, we have to SU back and forth between accounts, we may have a problem. So let's go ahead and yes, require a password. Choose done. And done again. Because yes, the password is a weak password. Now if you look at towards the bottom of the screen here, you'll see installing software, it's at 16%. And then below that, you'll see some advertisements. That's pretty cool. They now have advertisements in the middle of an installation. I remember back when they let you play something like Tetris while the installation was going on, and I believe it was Caldera Linux in the early 2000s. But now we got to wait. So it's installing software. It's about at 19%. This should take somewhere between a minute and 20 minutes, depending on your hardware. Once that's done, we'll have a fully functional Fedora system. Okay, the Fedora installation has now completed. So it says that it's successfully installed, and we have a choice to quit at the bottom of the screen. I'll choose quit. We can see at the bottom the CD-ROM or DVDs being read, the hard drives being read, the networks being read and written to, and so these kind of things. We'll wait about, this is a slow computer, so maybe about a minute. It'll start back up, and we will have our Fedora desktop. Well, that's all for today on installing Linux. This has been Fedora 22 desktop. I recommend the Cinnamon desktop if you are going to use Linux as a desktop replacement, or if you're going to use Linux in the future. I use Linux exclusively, and I use the Cinnamon desktop now. It is really slick, and it works really well, especially in Linux Mint. We'll be using this Fedora, and Fedora also supports the Cinnamon desktop.